So you're here. This is the new HD Radio Sound Space. Have you guys ever been? Did you go to the old one? Yeah. Well, welcome to the new one. I am Nicole Alvarez. Please help me welcome Yelawolf. Louder, 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 louder.
What up?
I was talking to them before you came out here, and they're so excited.
Hell yeah.
There's a young lady over there that's going to see you in Dublin for St. Patrick's Day.
Dope. Yeah. Hell yeah. Waffle House hoodie, getting it.
Does everybody remember?
Trailer Park Supervisor t-shirt?
Yeah, these are hardcore fans in here.
Up.
Do you guys all remember the first time you fell into Yelawolf? Okay. Watch your language.
You can't curse in here.
You cannot curse in here. God. Mine was, I'm going to tell you, we got to conduct this. Mine was, he dropped Psycho White on my birthday.
Yeah, Psycho White.
So
Shout out to Travis Barker,
Thank you.
Famous family.
And then,
Blessed Individuals family.
Then I got my love for you got rekindled because the best song on this tiny little show that I was obsessed with called Sons of Anarchy belonged to Yelawolf. I'd like to think that I know a few things about you, so I'm going to throw them at you. Ready? You're an Alabama boy. Okay, you're an Alabama boy. Yeah, that's true. You're a storyteller. You have 6 badass albums and a bunch of other projects. You are no stranger to controversy. You're a survivor. You're a champion. Your work ethic is amazing. What I don't know about you is I can do whatever I want, buddy. What I don't know about you is when and where you formed your musical identity. Because the reason I ask is you can do everything from collaborate with Ed Sheeran to Eminem and sample Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd. You are limitless. So what made you you?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, there was different times of my career where pieces of the puzzle started to come together, so to speak. Hip-hop being the root of what I do, because it's a sample-based music, it's anybody's game, where you could take samples from all the way across the world, a sitar, you could take pianos from a blues record, you could take guitar samples from rock and roll, and blend it into a sound. And that's a double-edged sword because it's hard to find a sound when the world is the sound. Yeah. And being specific about that, it takes time to sharpen that. And for me, because I have an appreciation for outlaw country and heavy metal music and good hip-hop gangster rap music.
The good stuff, the good stuff. Only the good stuff.
Yeah, it was a challenge because I knew that bringing it all together, I wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel. This is nothing the Beastie Boys didn't do. It's nothing that the Fugees didn't do. It's nothing that, Wu-Tang Clan didn't do by pulling in inspirations from their neighborhood, from their experience in creating a sound. And it just took steps. At first it was Stereo, which was a hip-hop tribute to classic rock, which I did with DJ Ideal and DJ Artom, who's here tonight. And then finally just landed in a trailer park in Huntsville, Alabama. And I couldn't get anyone to understand what I was doing. Matter of fact, I couldn't get anyone to believe in what I was doing.
You did. You did, right?
Yeah. Well, I could tell you, I did truly believe, but it was a moment of seeing someone ride by in a lifted Chevy truck with big ass mud tires, but they were listening to 3 6 Mafia, and I was like, that's it. I know that.
So
I am that.
You made your own rules, basically. You're making your own rules.
Yeah. So carefully. It's it's a double-edged sword. When you're playing with genres like that.
So
not to be taken lightly, and a lot of people do. So.
You do it very well. And it's hard, and something else that we should mention to get your peers to to respect what you're trying to do when you're pulling from all kind of genres. But once you get them to pay attention, man, they do, and you kept at it. So congratulations for believing. All right, a lot of artists get in the. She's something else. A lot of artists get in the business. It's not a business to everybody, but a lot of artists get into music for different reasons. Some artists get into music because it's the only way they know how to express themselves. Some artists do it because they're wired to just make sound. Some artists do it for the perks, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which is fine in moderation. What's your calling when it comes to making music? Why do you do it?
It's when a lot of people don't know that I used to be just an in-house producer. And I was producing for my boy, Shawty Fat, rest in peace, and Big Henry, and Fitz, and the Fistful family out of Gadsden. I had an MPC 2000, and I was just a beat maker. And I didn't really have any aspiration to become a rapper, because I knew that I didn't like the shit that they liked as an MC. You know, the shit that was popping around the neighborhood. I was like, dude, I could never rap like that. I don't understand that language. I have my own language. I don't even know how to begin to start doing this. And the few times that I did rap or whatever, there was just like, man, maybe you should just stick to producing. You know, like I was told that over and over again. Like, maybe beats is just, you know, Scott Storch is killing it right now, man. And so I took that bait and I ignored, you know, my emceeing talent until I just got sick of it. You know, I got sick of not trying. And there was this one producer in Huntsville, Six Trey was his name. And I was very monotone and I was rapping and he was like, yo, dude, you live in a f***ing trailer. You're poor. You ain't got shit. Snap. What's wrong with you? You need to go in the booth and fucking snap. Like, say what you want to say. And I was like,
damn.
And that's how Catfish Billy was born. Straight up.
Damn.
And so shout out to Six Trey, because he knew that there was something to be said inside. It just took a minute for me to come out of my shell.
Well, my next question is it could be the same answer, Six Trey. You've worked with so many prolific artists, and so many prolific artists have worked with Yelawolf. Let's not get it twisted. Who have you learned the most from along the way? I love how you guys just want to answer everything. Shit.
Let them know.
Shit. Artist-wise?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess in-depth conversations about music and creativity, I would say DJ Paul, the 3-6 Mafia.
I think somebody over there was yelling that.
Yeah.
Why?
Paul, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Why?
Well, Paul was DJ Paul and 3-6 Mafia was my first real gangster rap show. It was at the Atrium in 1997 in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was enthralled with the energy, and I was just a huge 3-6 Mafia fan. And then years went by, I met Gangsta Boo, and I had the honor of putting Gangsta Boo on a record with Marshall. And I solidified this relationship with 3-6 Mafia through Gangsta Boo. She came to Nashville, introduced me to DJ Paul and the rest of the family, and then on to Juicy J. I got records with Juicy, and it just became like an unofficial member, so to speak. And Paul he took me under his wing and just gave me the sauce. You know, there's some things that are I guess better left unsaid. I'll just say that he's been a really, really good friend, and that's the hardest thing to find.
That's good enough.
It's not like
good enough.
Business,
that's a great answer.
Business advice is one thing, but someone to hold you down when you're losing it,
mm-hmm.
and to take care of you and push you through hard times.
Yep.
On top of that, he's one of my heroes. Yeah, I'll give that.
That's
up to
a great
Paul.
answer. Can we get an amen to that? Because when you find somebody like that, shit, that's the good stuff right there. And then because we're at KROQ, which is, I mean, it's an alternative rock station or whatever. But Yelawolf.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something.
Yelawolf
There's not
snuck
too
in
many
there.
more rock and roll than motherfucking DJ Paul.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's a rock star.
So you're not far from it, my friend. Here's Yelawolf playing at KROQ, which I think is such a badass, rebellious rock star move on everybody's part, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I know you love rock music. Can you tell me, like, the last time you went to a really good rock show?
Last good rock show.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm here, shit, I would say, well, it depends on how you're. I would probably say the last crazy rock and roll show that I saw was Slipknot.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
It was. I played this festival, and then it was Marilyn Manson.
Damn.
And then it was Slipknot.
What a
And,
bill.
Yeah, it was.
All right, I have. Wait, why was it? I want for this one. I want a
mean,
couple more
just
details.
The maggots. Yeah.
Oh, they're something.
You gotta love that fan base, man. Like,
They're a little
or
insane.
whatever they are.
They're rabid.
Yeah, you know that shit was rowdy. So yeah,
They're
I
a bit
loved it.
savage. They're a bit savage and scary, if you're asking me. But damn, they're fun. I got 5 questions from
But
your
I've
fans,
seen Tim Armstrong at the Roxy here.
and that's pretty
That was
freaking
fucking-
great punk rock show.
Yeah, Rancid. Shout out Transplants.
Skinhead Rob, who you've also
Skinhead
worked
Rob.
with.
I was with him earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah, family out here.
So wait, I've got 5
Travis
questions.
Barker, obviously.
I got 5 questions from your fans that you guys just got to answer rapid fire really quick because we
All right.
got to get you performing. But this is what they wanted to know. Some of these people are in the room, so answer quick.
All right.
Where do you consider home?
Alabama. Oh, well, Nashville, Tennessee via Alabama, yeah.
Are you ever able to just be Michael?
Yeah, absolutely, at home.
What's something you haven't tried?
I've never snorted wasabi.
Okay, that's awesome. Most random person you want to work with?
Most random person I would love to work with, Chris Christopherson.
Okay, that would be something, though. That really would be something. You guys, who's the original dude that was in the original movie? Well, not the original, the second Star Is Born. In case
The
anybody,
Highwayman, baby.
Highwayman too. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, what's one song of yours that you would put in a time capsule for somebody to find in the year 3050?
Have a great flight.
Okay. One thing, the way I want to end this is, or I think a few months ago at the end of the year, there was this video going around of LeBron James in his car singing Opie Taylor.
Yes, LeBron.
And that was so, I don't know what team you affiliate yourself with, but that was
Any
fucking
team LeBron's playing
Yeah.
for.
So LeBron would have loved to have been here tonight. He sends his sincerest apologies, but he works. He has a game or something. He works for a little team called the Los Angeles Lakers.
A little busy.
Little busy. But we're gonna get our song on with Yelawolf. I want to thank you guys so much for being so great.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just gonna get out now. Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
Yelawolf.